What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be going over my goals for the 2026 season. All right, but before we get into my 2026 goals, I do have 6 of them picked out that I do want to focus on. But I do want to go back to one of my very first videos on the channel, and it was my 2025 disc golf season goals, and kind of just go over them as quick as possible and see if we achieved them and kind of how close we were to getting some of them. So the first one on the list is to have a clean looking forehand. I just wanted, a 300-foot forehand. And I do feel we did a great job this last season, really focusing on the forehand, at least off the tee. But it kind of took away that kind of approach flick forehand. So that's something we're definitely going to have to work on this year. But I would say I feel a lot more comfortable throwing a 300-foot plus like distance hard forehand. So that was my first goal. My goal number 2, actually, I had to look up the video because I may or may not have forgot the goals I had in place. But my goal 2 was to be 960 rated. And I believe right now, I'll throw it up on the screen, we are 951, I believe. So not really where we wanted to be towards the end of the season, but that's where we're at. And then for my third goal, it was to cash in an MPO tournament, which we did in this vlog here. I'll post up a picture there. That was at the Evansdale Deerwood Open. And then my fourth goal was to win an A tier in MA1, which always has been a big goal of mine, just to kind of get that big win under your belt, when you're playing against multiple different, very well-skilled people, especially just with the big field, especially in MA1. We weren't able to accomplish that goal, unfortunately, but that might be a goal for 2026. And then for my goal number 5 on the list, I did want to go down and play in AM Worlds. And AM Worlds was 9 months out at the time I filmed this video, and we actually were able to go down and play AM Worlds. I'll also throw a picture up here. I also have a vlog of that, so if you want to check out that video, it was an absolute blast. We didn't play the greatest, but I have a lot of tournament footage, basically every single shot on that video, so go check out that video. And then my goal number 6 was to get a sponsorship, and I actually was able to get a sponsorship from Accretion Disc here in Cedar Falls, Iowa. Mike has been a great help just within the last year, and I'm excited to continue to work with him going into 2026. And then for my 7th goal on the list I had from last year was to post 1 video a week. Definitely was hard with school and a lot of things came up, but I'm planning a lot better this year, and that may or may not be another goal going into the 2026 season. But I think I probably posted about 25 videos, so definitely not the greatest, but we're hoping to post at least 52 long form videos this coming year. And then my 8th goal was to get on TikTok and Instagram, which we've been growing those channels pretty handedly, and I'm actually pretty proud of kind of the community I have grown around those 2 channels. It's taken a lot of work and a lot of just posting and kind of seeing what content's out there, but I actually had a video blow up to about, I think, 150,000 views on TikTok, so that was really cool to see. And then last year, my last goal was to also get 500 subscribers on YouTube. Obviously, the YouTube grind is hard, and it's also kind of hard to scale a YouTube channel in such a niche market, but I think we have a pretty good game plan moving forward going into this next year to hopefully be able to scale it a little bit better, and you have to stay tuned for the rest of the video to kind of see what my goals are for this coming year for the YouTube channel. All right, and now the goals for the 2026 season. I can't believe 2026 is already here. It feels like it was just yesterday I was filming that 2025 video. So 2025 was a really good year, but definitely ready to turn the page and get right into 2026. So for my first goal of the 2026 season, I do want to kind of set easy, realistic goals. I feel like last year I kind of made them unrealistic. I kind of lost motivation to reach out and grab them. So going into this year, I do want to set a rating goal, and that rating goal for me is going to be 960 by the July time, kind of the mid-season grind. We're 951 right now, and I've made jumps as big as I think 23 rating points Obviously, the higher you go, it is going to be a little bit more difficult, but I do think I'm probably sitting around that 960 rating. I just got to get better at playing tournaments, and I think that's just going to happen over time and as I gain more experience playing in tournaments. And then kind of along with that goal, I do think I can be able to become a 970 rated player by the end of the year. So yeah, we just got to continue to grind, and hopefully we're able to make that happen this year. And then another more personal goal I want to have on the course is just to be more charismatic. And I think this is just more, like I said, a personal goal of mine, just on and off the disc golf course, but just to be more interested in people on the course and kind of understand kind of their backgrounds and just kind of be more chatty on the course. I feel like when I step on the course, I just feel like I have to be so structured and like locked in. But I feel like disc golf is not really like that. And I think I just need to be more talkative. And I think that's going to translate to better gameplay and just a more relaxed mind throughout the entire round. So that's going to be something I try this next year. I feel like if you have played with me, I feel like I get very locked in and I'm just very like in my own bubble when I'm on the course. So I just want to be more charismatic. And the next goal I have is to take every single competitive shot the same. I want to have a routine and just really understand the shot that I'm about to take. I feel like in the past, and I think this might be a problem, especially with the ratings that I've been getting, is there's always the 2 to 3 shots around where I leave after the course and once the tournament's over, and I'm like, what in the world was I doing? I feel like I've missed a couple really short putts or just made some really, really bad mental mistakes. So I do want to just kind of take that extra second to think, is this the right shot, the right disc, and just kind of take that extra second to make sure I'm committing to the shot. And then another goal that I already mentioned previously in my 2025 goals, but I do really still want to win an A-tier tournament. And I think that's going to be kind of the grind for this year. I've got maybe 4 or 5 big tournaments planned. Still pondering on AM Worlds. I'm not 100% sure because I think that's the same weekend as Pickard or Preserve, which we're in the Midwest, and I want to plan on going to each and every one of those tournaments as well. So yeah, we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, I do really want to win an A-tier. I do think we have what it takes. We've got the high rated rounds. We have that pressure of kind of being in that moment. And I think everything's there. We just got to put everything together, just have a good weekend of disc golf all around. And I think we can do it this year. And then with my second to last goal, I do want to grow this channel a lot bigger than it already is. I think right now we're at about 150 subscribers. And, that's 15% of the way there. But I do want to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I just feel like it's such a milestone hit, especially on YouTube. I put a lot of effort into filming content and getting these new mics and kind of just going that extra step to kind of grow the channel. And I'm going to really start growing other channels outside of it and try to bring more people from the outside in to the YouTube channel. And I actually got a really cool video planned coming up of kind of how I'm planning on growing the channel and kind of just all of my social media platforms all together just to help the personal brand, but also the YouTube channel. So I'm really excited for that video. You guys are going to have to stay tuned for that video. So yeah, I want to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I do think this is a year we do that. And then the last goal that I have for the 2026 season is to collab with either if it's a pro or just another content creator. I think collabing is one of the big things that really help grow your reach and kind of brings in a completely other audience that maybe hasn't seen my content before. And I do think we have something special here with amateur vlogs. I feel like a lot of people can kind of relate to them a lot better, kind of like I've seen people can relate to FPO coverage a little bit better. So I'm really excited to grow the channel, and with hopes of possibly collabing or just getting a pro on the channel and filming a YouTube video with them. I feel like that'd be really cool. And like I said, it kind of reach their audience, and my audience can hopefully reach theirs. That's it for my goals of the 2026 season. It's still dark outside when I'm done with work, and right now it's raining. So actual disc throwing is coming, I promise. We're planning on lots of good videos, lots of good content coming this year, guys. You guys are going to have to stay tuned. hit that subscribe button if you guys haven't already. It would mean the absolute most for me so we can reach that 1,000 subscriber mark. And yeah, you guys already know the drill. Be nice to yourself. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Right now we're out at Exchange, but we're actually playing the Deerwood Open in Evansdale, Iowa today in the Waterloo Cedar Falls area. Nobody signed up for MA1 at the beginning of the tournament, but now there's like 4 or 5 people signed up. But we actually moved up to Pro. This will be our second Pro ever tournament. There's a couple studs. We got Travis, Hunter, Joe, a couple of other locals that are playing in it. It's definitely going to be tough, but definitely going to be nice to have some nice competition and really push me. And yeah, really excited for today. Overall, the game's been feeling a little iffy. Yesterday I played pretty decent when we played a practice run there. Putter's kind of coming back, but going into today, we're not going to really have any expectations. We're just going to kind of go out and enjoy the time, have a good time with the boys. So no expectations today, just kind of see where we're at. We have been playing league a little bit, so that's definitely helped. But we're just gonna go out, have a good time. Really the only expectation I really do have, I guess, is just shoot above my rating. But yeah, even if I'm close to it, I'll still be happy. Just shoot above the ratings, really the main goal today, whatever that is. I don't even know. Don't even have a number in my head. We're out here warming up at Exchange Park, just getting the body loose. Tee off in about an hour and a half, so still got about 15-20 minutes to the course, and we're just gonna warm up a little bit more. See you guys on the course. All right, guys, we made it out to the course. There's about 10 people out in MPO, so we got plenty of competition to get after today. I think we're the 9th rated guy in the field, though. So a lot of guys that are rated better than me, but it's what we wanted, a little competition. Probably gonna end up playing with a couple of the boys like Travis, Hunter, and player meeting is like 10 minutes away. Gotta get after it. You guys stay tuned. Hopefully I'm able to get a bunch of clips, me and Travis and Hunter. Stay tuned. All right, we've had 2 straddles. Start off with a great birdie. Putter felt great. Put the next one to like 35. Jump putt, kind of just like a layup. Put it to 25. Missed that. Spit out right. We have like a 10-foot tap and then we miss it. Straddles. Alright, we just absolutely shanked. I think hole 6. Horrible shot. Got the luckiest kick. I thought it was deep in the woods. Got a nice upshot. You guys seen the clip there? I'll roll the clip of the birdie. Let's get after it. Alright, we just parred the easiest hole on the course. Horrible shot off the tee and even a worse putt. Hit band. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. When we throw a good shot, we get a birdie. We seem to throw a bad shot after that shot. So very frustrated, but let's just keep battling. Alright, guys, we just finished up round 1. You guys seen a couple of videos there. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a lot of videos of me throwing the disc. Unfortunately, just a lot of updates throughout the rounds. Round 1 was very frustrating. I'll pop up my scorecard here. I did shoot -4, 970, but we made a lot of really bad mistakes and missed a lot of easy holes. We missed hole 1, which is a pretty easy hole. Got hole 2. Hole 2 was our starting hole. Hit a really nice putt on that hole there. And then we took a really bad bogey on our second hole, hole 3, where I said I 3-putted. Chained out right side. Just straddle putt was really the name of the game in this round. We had so many straddle putts, and going into the tournament, my straddle putt has been a very big struggle of mine, a very weak part of my game. So something we really got to dial in before these next couple of tournaments coming up. But the C1 putt was amazing. We were 8 for 11, and we probably missed 3 straddle putts in there, and obviously 2 of them was a 2-putt. So a couple highlights of the rounds. We got hole 13, which is a really hard par 4 from the short. Put it in primo position. And then we also got hole 16, which is another really hard hole on the course. You've seen the video of Travis throwing the tee shot there. Essentially a wide open tee shot, and then you just have a tunnel shot. You've seen Aiden throwing down the tunnel shot there. That was a really hard hole. Was in primo position through Benny. basically parked it. So probably one of my better shots of the day. Beautiful shot with the Benny. And then yeah, we just kind of played our boring par golf. A lot of easy pars, and the bogeys we took were more than likely putting. So yeah, we just played our boring par golf the entire round. The 3 bogeys, like I said, hole 3, we 3-putted. Hole 9, I threw Benny off the tee, and it was looking absolutely perfect. And there's just a tree dead center of the gap that you just have to fade right in front of. Smoked that one, kicked kind of back into the left, and there's a guardian of trees, and I just really did not have a clean looking shot. So I had like a standout forehand with the Get Freaky zone, and yeah, it was just horrible. Had a C2 putt, missed that. And then hole 12 is a really hard par 3, 425. Hit my line perfectly, and I just nicked a tree, one of the trees that you got to miss in the middle, and kicked straight left. And I was basically right on the fence. Had to basically just jump putt out and then throw a forehand out and basically just tap in a bogey there. But yeah, we missed 2 or 3 of the easier holes on the course as well. So we missed hole 4, which is really just like a must get. It's literally right in front of you, 218 feet. Missed hole 8, missed like a 20-footer on that hole. And then we also missed hole 14, which is another hole you should get literally right in front of you. I've actually aced it before with the Get Freaky. Yeah, definitely a lot of strokes out there, but can't really complain. Putter was feeling good, didn't make a single C2 putt though. So after round 1, we actually tied 4th. We actually tied Joe, and he has the lower PDGA number, so he got the jump on lead card. But I got to play with Rod and Hunter for round 2, which Rod throws 550 feet like it's nothing. And then Hunter's a really good forehand player, which is also on the UNI team. So Travis decided to shoot 9 down from the shorts, which rated 10-19. And yeah, he's kind of having an off day. So it's unfortunate for him. He's got a 4-stroke lead, and I'm 5 strokes behind him. Yeah, really going to the longs. I really like the longs a lot better. And really anything under par is going to rate well and be above my rating. So that was kind of our goal going into round 2. And yeah, let's just get into round 2. All right, guys, we are like probably 6 or 7 holes in. I think I'm 1 down. I think I'm 1 for 4 in the circle so far, so not good at all. Just not focused. I think it's just I haven't had any caffeine. I'm still doing the no caffeine on tournament mornings, and I think I'm just so addicted to caffeine. I need the caffeine, so I think we have to get back into the caffeine again on tournaments and kind of see how that goes. Just because, yeah, I just do not feel energized and like awake. So game's still feeling really good. Just had a really good shot in hole 8. Just jump putt and tapped in 3. So yeah, we just got to keep battling. Anything under par, I'm going to be happy with. Beautiful day to be out on the course, and yeah, gotta stay tuned. All right, so unfortunately I wasn't able to get any of myself throwing during round 2, but you guys seen a couple videos of Rod there. Rod started 5 through 5, and that was scary. Especially for Travis. Travis wasn't watching scores, but at one point, Rod and Travis were actually tied. With Rod eagling, he threw in on a hole, and then went birdie, birdie, birdie. So very scary. Rod's a very good player, throws very far. As for my game, started off with an okay par. Started on hole 2. I'll throw the scorecard up here. Then hole 3 came. Difficult par 4, but one you should probably get. Threw a shot a lot shorter than I thought it was. I think we had a little bit more of a headwind. Threw a zone in. It's probably like 25 feet away. Missed that putt. Like, all right, whatever. Here we go. There's also a straddle, so really got to work on the straddle. It just seemed like we were always in a straddle. Got hole 4, which is a great putt. Hole 5, threw a great shot out. Threw a great shot into the green. Another 25-footer. Missed that one. And that's actually the hole Rod threw in for eagle, which is crazy. Then we got to hole 6, pretty easy par 4, just a zone. Through the zone, perfect spot. Had another zone up. Probably put this one to 15 feet. Little uncomfortable straddle putt again. At this point in the round, I was definitely feeling like just the tiredness of the entire round. already played a full round, haven't had any caffeine all day, and I was just very lack focused, had a lot of distractions, and I just wasn't able to like hone in on the putt. And it's literally a 15-foot putt. The basket's right in front of me. I've made this putt probably 50 times, and yeah, the basket's literally right in front of me, and I just clank it, tap out, and at that point I knew I wasn't as focused. There's just a lack of focus and just a lack of like want to be on the course, and that one definitely hurt. And then at that point, get up to hole 7. I threw a great shot. I don't think anyone birdied hole 7. Really hard. You have to have like a 400-foot sidearm to even get there. I probably put hole 7 to like 65 feet, jump putt, just like a layup, tap that guy in, as I mentioned in the video before this. And then we get to hole 8. Hole 8's a very hard hole, and I probably throw one of my best shots of the day. Gotta throw flippy scorch. Threw it on a little bit of hyzer, really kind of like a pro style hole. Kind of got to get lucky a little bit, but I actually put it to like 15, 20 feet. Really nasty. Smacked that straddle putt. And as I was like, whew, kind of woke me up a little bit. And then we got to hole 9, just a simple par, really hard to birdie. Then hole 10, probably sitting on hole 10's pad for probably 10-15 minutes, and then this is really where the backups begin. And yeah, I'm just not a fan of backups. From here on out, had to wait on every single hole, probably 5 to 10 minutes. And I feel like I'm a very momentum player, so once I'm starting to get a lot of momentum, it just kind of, I build on that. And then when we got to hole 10, I mean, I literally sat down for like 10-15 minutes, and then I was like, oh, I forgot, we're playing disc golfing. I already haven't had any caffeine, and throw a very lazy shot on hole 10. Really hard par 3. I mean, it's 470. We get up there. I have a really good lie. Jump putt, probably 100-footer in. Probably have another 15, 20-foot putt. And this is just where I get super lazy. I just walk up, it's a 15, 20-footer. I should make it every single time. Take my time, just clank it. And at that point, I just realized, like, I'm just becoming super lazy. I'm not focused at all on the course. Then we get to hole 11, kind of the same thing. I'm just very tired. Put it in a really good spot off the tee, have a decent approach shot with Benny, have a C2 putt, and just clank that one again. I mean, just super lazy putts throughout the entire round. Hole 12, I actually have a really good scramble. I was off the tee to the left. I have a get freaky overhand tomahawk to a super small gap, base it with that. Hole 13 was in a really good spot off the tee. Had a great skip with my destroyer, and I was probably 65 feet out. Had a jump putt and almost went in, which would have been a crazy birdie. It's kind of like a pro tour style hole. We get 14, which is a great get. We get to 15, again, we're waiting on this hole, and we wait on hole 16, and at this point in the round, I mean, yeah, I'm just sick of it. So many backups, just gets very annoying. Like I said, I'm very momentum. I like to build the momentum and kind of keep rolling, and you get a birdie, and then it's like, all right, let's sit around and talk for 10-15 minutes and kind of just lose the focus. Miss a putt on 17, miss a putt on 18, miss a putt on 1, and yeah, we end up 3 for 7 in C1 putts and 0 for 8 from C2 putts. Not where we want to be going into the final round. We actually ended up cashing, so that's pretty cool. We actually cashed at our first MPO tournament. So that was really, really cool. One of the goals that I had in this video here, I'll throw it up here, kind of going into the year was to cash in an MPO tournament. So was able to knock one of those 9 goals off. I actually ended up in 4th place, right behind Travis, who actually didn't have the greatest round. He's been kind of going through some injuries. But shout out Aiden, who I played with round 1. He was actually able to take it down. Really good player, just hits gaps and doesn't make a lot of mistakes. Overall, my game is feeling pretty good. A lot of room to grow, though. We shot above our rating. We shot a 966 event, so should hopefully get a bump in this next rating update, which will be pretty sweet. And yeah, Deerwood course is an absolutely amazing course if you guys are ever able to play it. It's in Evansdale, Iowa. Beautiful course, very wooded and very technical. And yeah, overall, a great tournament. Just a lot of backups that unfortunately happened. Can't really be complaining about those. We actually cashed at our first MPO tournament. I want to thank you guys so much. I really wish I was able to get more footage. I really apologize for that. Got to hire a caddy or someone to film at least some of the shots, so you guys just don't listen to me and have to look at my face the entire time. So yeah, hopefully I'm able to get a couple more shots. It's just really hard to juggle playing and filming at the same time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this type of video. Again, just a really quick, short video. Stay tuned. We did actually get into AM Worlds, so we're going to be going down to AM Worlds in August, and then we're actually playing DMC at the Des Moines Challenge. And then we actually have another sneaky thing happening down in Des Moines. You guys are going to have to stay tuned for that. I actually haven't told anyone about it, so that's going to be a big surprise. Yeah, you guys are going to have to stay tuned for that. So yeah, that's going to wrap up the video, guys. A lot of me talking, unfortunately. Sorry about that. But yeah, like, subscribe, do all the YouTube things, and yeah, just want to thank you guys so much. And you guys know the drill. Be nice to yourself.